Welcome to the Vindicators 2025 All Liberty County High School Football Show. He's Jerry Mahosky. I'm Russell Payne. We are here at Hornet Stadium in the bleachers just hanging out on a Thursday, which we did a lot of this year. A lot of football.
Did you feel that? Feel the sting? Did you feel that?
I felt the sting. And we felt a lot of sting. And so did a lot of their opponents
Their
this year.
opponents felt a lot of sting to the tune of 12-1.
That's right. 12 of them felt the sting for sure.
Yes, they did.
A 13th felt some sting.
They felt some sting too, don't get me wrong.
But
they did.
They're on their way to winning a state championship as we speak.
Yes, they
are. Of course, this is a couple of weeks removed from the state championship games, but we're here. December 18th. We always had planned to be talking about Hardin Hornet football on December 18th. At least I did. But I just thought we'd be doing it in Dallas. But the team that eliminated them is in Dallas, and right now they seem to be in control at this point.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll correct this if we're wrong at that later and they blow the game or something. But I don't think that's happening.
I don't think we're going to need.
And in fact, I'd like to point out that everybody that's faced them since Hardin, Columbus hung on there pretty close, but they've been kind of beat up on, which we said 60 and 70 on folks. Region 3, we said it.
Yeah.
The winner of Region 3 was going to be on their way to a state championship. And, well, anyway, those Hardin Hornets, as you know, during this season went 12-1, historic season. First district championship since 1974.
1974. No, it was 51 years.
That's right, 51 years. Second, a third ever. The third ever by-district championship in school history, first ever area championship in school history, and well, the first undefeated season in the regular season ever for the Hardin Hornets. It was a year to remember. It was a year to remember for schools across the county, though. It wasn't just Hardin, but the Dayton Broncos had a big year, improving from a year ago. Had some injuries that caught them again. 2 years in a row.
Again, but they still go 6-4 this year.
That's right, so. And which is a big improvement from a year ago.
Yes, it is.
And looking for some big things again next year. Their quarterback, Jerry Prieto Jr., will be back at the helm. And I'm sure
Coach P is doing a fantastic job with the Broncos. And I'm excited to see them again next year.
And, of course, the Liberty Panthers improved this year.
Big
3-7 on the season. First time they've had a record with more than 2 wins since Chad Taylor was the head coach. So some improvement for the Liberty Panthers. Hold his head on the Bobcats, rebounded from a year ago when they lost for the first time, went winless in 100 years of football, 101 first year. They said, we're not going to do that. We're going to do some winning. And got a couple of wins notched for
Coach Birdwell.
So congratulations to the Bobcats for that. Talking in a tough year as they went 0-10 on the season under Coach Toby Belt. Their second year in Class 4A Division II. And that's always going to be tough when you have the likes of West Orange Star, Hampshire, Panett, Silsbee, and Jasper, and Shepherd, for that matter.
And let's not forget the Longhorns lost by a point to Anderson Shiro. So they were so close to getting a win against the Owls.
They were. And the Cleveland Indians, they have not won a game in a few years. The first year under a new head coach. But they're trying to work that out. And when I say that, I'm not taking anything away from that team. Cleveland has was jolted into 6A, and it's just been a few years since they were a Class 4A school, right?
Yep.
And still trying to figure it out. I think they're working on it. There was some much improved.
Yeah, if you look at the Indian schedule this year compared to last year, there is a lot of improvement in there. Okay, sometimes you can't always measure improvement by wins and losses.
Right.
Okay, and the Indians took a step forward this year.
3 years ago, I made a comment to folks on these airwaves and to other folks, just the best losing team I had seen in years was a team called the Hardin Hornets. And then the next season, I think we said that they were going to do something. Okay, I said it. Anyway, but the Hornets did that. And then this year, I think people started to so understand real quick, things can change. And if you think that winning is a thing that goes on all the time in Hardin, it didn't before this new incarnation of the Hornets, right? They are the most successful team in the last 5 years this decade we're in right now. So in the county, and and there's not a lot of points of history where you can say that about Hardin.
Yep, and a gentleman named Chad Taylor, I believe that's his name, is the head football coach, athletic director here, and I think a smidget of credit
should go to him, his coaching staff, his team, this community. And we're going to talk about the Hardin Hornets tonight, who, by the way, yes, they do dominate the list of superlatives that we will go through tonight. It's hard to make the case against them. And a few players from a few other schools do make the case, right? So we'll have that. We'll have the best Broncos, the best Panthers, the best Bobcats, the best Longhorns, and the best Indians. And yes, some folks were left off the list.
And folks, this is not an easy list we put together, and by the longest, it is a tough. We have to make some very tough decisions. So
ultimately, when we got done with that list, there's a few people that we said, Jerry, they're not on this list at all.
Yeah.
You do understand that, right?
Yeah, and the good thing about the players we have in our area, in our Liberty County, is that we have to make tough decisions like this because we have a lot of good players in our area.
And we don't ever want to be accused of just including everybody. And I don't mean that to take away from anybody. But you want to make sure you're picking some of the best out there.
Yeah.
And I think we've done that this year. And I haven't heard a lot of complaints so far over the years that we've done this list. No. And, last year, of course, our player of the year in Liberty County was Trevor Jones. He's likely in the running for that award again this year. Coach Chad Taylor was our coach of the year a year ago. I would guess he's probably in the running again this year as well.
Yeah, possibly, maybe, I don't know.
And we'll, of course, have our Jack of all trades and our new awards. The awards would be our new awards, the offensive and defensive players of the year. So we'll have that and a whole lot more as we recap the best of the best for 2025. Let's take a look at just some highlights from around the area this season. All right, well, Jerry, we've talked about the season. We've talked about the highlights for all the schools from around the area. Now let's see who makes up our offensive team of the year for 2025 right here on the All Liberty County Football Team Show. right. Well, we've heard about our all Liberty County Offensive Team of the Year, and now we have to highlight the MVP, the Offensive Player of the Year for Liberty County for 2025, and that's this guy right here, Javion Watley, and his pink shoes.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think about this season? That you guys made history from the start.
Yes, sir.
And those pink shoes will certainly. You're the only person that I know of that got a song written after him this year. Right? So I mean,
that's pretty elite class right there.
That's a pretty good year, so.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, we came well put together. We put in a lot of work this summer, so we showed out every game we could, and it actually came to the end. But we had a great season, made history, so that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, Javion, rushing for over 1,700 yards this year, touchdowns galore. When you go in motion and you take the pitch, are you looking to, so obviously you have the options to where you can go up the middle or you can bounce it out, correct?
Yes, sir.
When in that moment do you decide which way you're going to go?
Man, by the way the block scheme is planned out, so usually I am supposed to run up the middle, but if I don't see a gap or anything, I'm gonna have to bounce it outside. So it's all pretty much a down the last second type decision.
Okay, so Javion, am I safe to say that you bounced it outside a little more and Trevor went inside a little more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I remember seeing Zero bouncing out and just being gone. So
whatever works.
Yeah, so man, just what a magical season.
Yes,
I mean, coming into this year, and yes, of course, you guys go 12-1, and you give. I mean, y'all have a great season, but individually, did you have any idea you were going to put up those type of numbers?
I mean, I know from the work I put in, I was going to do something. I mean, it might have been a little bit more than expected, but I felt great doing it. So.
Yeah, those numbers you put up, those are video game numbers.
Yes, sir.
So,
sure.
Okay.
Well, your high school career, unfortunately, is coming to a close.
Oh, very
with
unfortunately.
this, and,
Yeah.
Now we're looking at the collegiate level, I would assume. Or
Yes,
what
sir.
are we looking for?
Talking to a couple schools right now, so I mean we'll have to make a decision soon because I know we're closing on a lot of recruiting season.
Absolutely, the recruiting season is different than it used to be, and
Yes,
the
sir.
spots go quick. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Well, this is Javion Watley, not wearing his pink shoes, and he is the Offensive Player of the Year for 2025 in Liberty County. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great. That was our all Liberty County Offensive Player of the Year for 2025. Javion Watley and the Hardin Hornets stand out in his pink shoes.
Pink shoes, Watley.
I will say this: he is the only player that I know of this season that had a song written after him. So, although we're working on a couple right now about some other players from around the area. That's right. You'll love to hear those hits when they come out. Anyway, but now we've got our offense. Who's our defense? And it's time to take a look at our 2025 Vindicator All Liberty County Defensive Team of the Year. All right, Jerry, that was our All Liberty County Defensive Team of the Year. Some great young men on that team. And, well, now we're going to highlight the best of that defensive team, the best in the county, the Defensive Player of the Year, or in this case, the Co-Defensive Players of the Year. We got 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 really good players. We couldn't get a clear choice, so you know what? We just went with 2.
That's right. One from Hardin, surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
One from Dayton.
Yep.
And that's also not that big a surprise, I would say, because Dayton had a pretty solid season, an improvement over a year ago for sure.
Absolutely.
Missed the playoffs, disappointing, but this guy certainly did everything he could to try to get him into the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
That was Markle Judge, who joins Ryan Hessler on our All Liberty County football team as the Co-Defensive Players of the Year. Well, we have heard about our All Liberty County 2025 Defensive Team of the Year. And, well, as we told y'all, we had 2 MVPs on the defensive side of the ball this season in Liberty County. Of course, one is Dayton's Markle Judge, and the other is this guy right here, Ryan Hessler, our co-MVP for Defensive Player of the Year in Liberty County. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What do you think? What do you think about this season you just had, this run?
I think it's pretty good. I'm glad I moved over from Liberty and had a chance of having a winning season, going to playoffs. I think it was really fun to play with Hardin. I think it was an all-around great year.
What are you looking forward to going? I hear you're looking at getting bigger and stronger. I've heard that
Yes,
run
sir.
already.
Trying to. Probably going to be running back next year, so I'm going to have to.
So, Ryan, I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite side of the offense or defense?
Defense.
All right. And is it because you get a chance to just light people up?
Oh, yeah. All the
Yeah.
time.
I knew that answer was coming because, well, we saw you light up a few people this year. So man, another year, okay, and you're talking about running the football next year, of course, being on the defensive side of the ball. So next year, you're probably never going to step off the field.
Yes, sir.
Something like that, what do you have to do to keep your body in shape like that to be able to play a full 48 minutes?
Probably a lot of like endurance and conditioning and a bunch of sleds. Coach Anderson's going to give me on some stuff for working on both sides of the ball, just keep me healthy and being able to run all the time.
Okay.
Well, it was a big year for you guys, and you know, we sat down and had a conversation about who our Defensive Player of the Year was going to be, and it was a tough one, and we came down a few of y'all, 2 of y'all we couldn't pass up, and you were one of those 2, and congratulations on being the 2025 All Liberty County Football Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just give it to my team, my coaches. We had a great game plan that allowed me to be able to play and be the athlete that I am.
So 150 tackles this year. You led the team in tackles last year. Coach P calls you a tackling machine. What is it about you that just always finds you around the ball?
It's just being able to trust everybody around you and be able to know your assignment. And it just allows me to be able to play fast and be able to trust myself and just be able to go make plays.
And I mean, so Markle, it's one thing getting to the football, but it's the next thing is making sure you make the tackle. You know, is that something that you contribute to tackling drills, or what makes you, just like Coach said, a tackling machine?
We spend a lot of time on our drills, on focusing on like our technique and emphasizing the little things as far as like even in the weight room, focus on triple extension because tackling comes from like your hips, and it's just the little things that we work on that we work on a daily. Even in sixth period, working on tackling with special teams because everybody got to tackle. And you never know. Got to be ready at all times.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Coach P said you're phenomenal on the special teams also. So play at the next level. Is that something, obviously that's something you're planning on doing? Any schools that you would like to go to or you've talked to so far?
I talked to a couple schools, but I just want to go where I could feel like it's a family and I could just play ball, and then really whenever football over with, just be able to be to work on becoming a better man and be able to build my future.
Yeah, and that's important what you say. You know, I get that all the time. Well, yeah, I want to play college ball to get to the next level, but you're talking about what's important about getting ready for the future, you know, because of course we all know not everyone makes it in the NFL. So what are you planning on? Do you know what you want to major in?
Yes, sir. I want to go for kinesiology and get a minors in education.
Okay.
So I could stay around football because I feel like the game gave so much love to me, and the coaches that we have, they inspired me so much to where if I could be that for another kid in the future, then that would just be a blessing.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot about Coach P and the coaching staff also here.
Yes,
That's something you're wanting to do down the road.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what, you got my vote.
Yes,
And
sir.
I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes of your time.
No, sir. Thank you.
And again, congratulations on being our co-defensive player of the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jerry, that's your defensive player of the year. Co-defensive players of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Hessler from Hardin and none other than Markle Judge from Dayton.
Boy, yeah.
Both solid ball players.
Russell, I don't want to go over the middle and try to catch a pass with those two coming at me. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Woo, they will. They'll hit you.
They will. Well, they'll hit you. These next two guys will kick the ball. Well, one of them will kick the ball to him. Actually, both of them will kick the ball to you. One will sometimes kick the ball and try to score points. The other one will kick the ball and try to drive you as far back as you can.
And one guy kicked a game winner.
That's right. He
with
did.
us there from 48 yards.
It was a pretty exciting one, too.
Ooh.
I still worry about that person that ran into the back of my chair. Anyway, but that was just one of those nights where we were there under the lights. And that kicker, of course, is Diego Diaz Ramirez from Liberty High School, who has been a winner of either the kicker or the punter the last 3 years.
Yeah, and boy, I tell you what, Diego's got a bright future in front of him. The kid can kick a football. I mean, he has great control. His kickoffs, they're pinpoint, extra points and field goals, big leg. Of course, 48-yard game winner against Livingston. And
And you did it when there was about 500 kids in the bleachers and the end zone ready to come roaring out.
That was homecoming night. So
it was a good game. And
yes, it was.
And he helped get Liberty their best record since Chad Taylor was the head coach. This is the first time Liberty's won more than 2 games in quite a few years.
That is correct.
And but anyway, you've got Diego Diaz Ramirez as your kicker. But who's your punter? Well, it's nice when your punter's a freshman, because that means you're going to have him for a few more years.
Yeah, Coach Birdwell enjoys that. That's for sure.
That is for sure. And well, that young man is Paxton
Walters,
and one of the bright spots to the 2025 season for the Holdazetta Bobcats.
Yep.
Who got back on the winning track this season, Jerry.
They did.
Last year was the only time in the school's history they had gone winless, and they corrected that and got back. I'd say if you have 101 seasons and you haven't gone winless but one time, you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, absolutely. And Paxton, like you said, a freshman, and he changed the field for the Bobcats. Good punting, good hang time, and a freshman. He's got 3 more years. So congratulations to Paxton, freshman, and hey, buddy, just keep working, and man, good things right there.
Absolutely. Jerry, we have now seen our offensive team, our defensive team, our special teams representatives, our offensive and defensive player of the year. We're going to get to coach of the year and most valuable player of the 2025 season here shortly. But first, well, hey, who could forget the jack of all trades? We used to call the utility award. Now it's the jack of all trades. We may have a new name for it when it's all said and done this season, but here's the bottom line. One young man earned it. Both sides of the ball, anytime he was called upon, you got to say he was the scrappiest little guy. And I don't know what you call the little guy.
Yes, he
Just a
was.
little guy. He's the scrappiest guy, though, on the football field. There's no doubt about it. And one of the most polite and courteous young men I've seen in a long time, Jerry.
And a kid that got banged up and fought his way through a bad leg injury and early on and finished the game. I mean,
and I will tell you, that's important because not being able to do that played a part in the selections we made this year.
Yep.
Absolutely, 100%. So, folks, let me introduce you to our jack of all trades. His name is Colton Bishop. All right, as we continue to work through the team, we've told you who the all-offensive team was. We've told you the defensive team. We've told you the MVP on offense and defense. We've told you the special teams, which is the kicker and the punter. Well, now we move on to some other superlative awards. So this one, in some worlds, is called the utility award. In our world, it's called the jack of all trades. The guy that did something on every side of the ball. Anytime he was called on, anytime he was needed, he was there. And, we talked about your grit and your toughness that you showed in that final game. You came down, you got back up, you went back in there. That's got a whole lot to do with this. And, just a sophomore quarterback. We're looking for some big things for 2 more years here at Hardin. And so you are the jack of all trades for all of Liberty County. So you are amongst the best of the best in the county this year.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, sure, feels good. Just gotta keep working, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what goals are you setting going for? Because you're going to be you're going to be the leader this time.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been wanting to be a leader. Just feel like when you're a younger classman, you just it just echoes and nobody listens. But I'm ready to be a leader. I'm ready for everybody to kind of listen. And I feel like we make it just as far, even farther. Just depends on how we run things next year. So I mean, we're already losing Javion and Trevor, but at the same time, we got a new transfer from Liberty Jackson. So our line's going to be over 1,100 pounds. So we can
Goodness.
Yeah. Big old line.
A 3A line over 1,100 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
And we got 3 guys over 300.
It's like my aunts when they line up for turkey on Thanksgiving. Wait,
Man.
they're really little.
I almost want to take Colton's place and run the football behind those big boys next year, but no thanks.
You've got some weapons. I mean, in
Yes.
front of you, right? And that's always been the biggest weapon you can imagine is that line in front of you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you'll have it back. And then on defense, you shined when you needed to shine on defense. You stood out and you did anything I think that you were asked to do this year.
Oh, yes,
and
sir.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
No.
No, and Colton, you're one of those quarterbacks to where, brother, you're not running out of bounds. You're not sliding in that. You're running at somebody. Is that just the way you're built?
Well, I mean, I only got punished once or twice for it, so I ain't too concerned with it. I want to get the extra yards.
Yeah, and you definitely did some punishing this year. So, yeah, you got a lot of extra yards this year and a big year leading the Hardin Hornets to the third round of the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations. You are the jack of all trades on the All Liberty County football team. I mean, you were the utility guy from the best of the bunch out of Liberty, Dayton, Hardin, Tarkington, and Cleveland. Congratulations, and we're looking forward to big things next season.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Hut.
And now for the lineman of the year.
We're here now with one of the members of our All Liberty County 2025 Football Team of the Year members, and one of the few that's on both sides of the ball. So Brendan Noonan will be going. In fact, you're the only lineman on both sides of the ball in the entire county. Congratulations! So you are a member of the team as an offensive and defensive lineman this year. So
Thank you.
Congratulations!
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It was a heck of a junior season,
Yes, sir.
and what do you think about this year? What are your thoughts on the?
Man, I think we had an amazing year for Hardin. You know, we had our community definitely come out and support for us, and they definitely showed their love for the town.
Okay, Gerald, what do you think about this?
Shoot, man. This guy right here, wow, I would love to have been a running back and run behind him. And man, talk about that safety against Hitchcock. I mean, was that something to where y'all had them backed up after the punt, okay? So was that something, were y'all running any stunts or anything, or was that something you were just trying to get to the ball carrier?
Try to get to the ball carrier and get him down for that safety.
Yeah, and wow, that was a huge, huge play. That basically put the game on ice because then we got the football back.
Yes,
so,
sir.
man, I mean, so talk about going to a place like the Berry Center, okay, and playing at a place like that and seeing your side, lower deck and upper deck almost full also. Talk about the amazing support from your community.
Oh man, I mean, it was amazing. It definitely showed how much this town was there for us.
And I got one more question for you. Obviously, you hit the camps in the summer hard.
Yes, sir.
How big of a role do you think that played this past season for you?
You know, I definitely learned some stuff, especially from pass blocking and stuff, because I mean, we really don't practice it. We're a running team, but the camps and stuff definitely did help me with the pass blocking and pass protection.
And I notice every once in a while when you're on defense, and I know Chad's just trying to give you a break, but like you don't want to come out of the game. How tough is it? Because I mean, you love the game of football. How tough is that for you to have to come off that field?
Man, it's tough. Knowing that, like, right after you make a tackle too, and they take you off, it's like a stab in the heart. Like, come on, coach, why'd you do that to me?
Oh man, and I tell you what, we're so happy that we got another year
Yes, sir.
for you to play here, and another year that we get to enjoy to watch you. So,
Yes, sir.
man, so talk about what plans. What are y'all trying to do next year?
I mean, obviously we're trying to make another run for playoffs and maybe get a district championship in another district. Knowing we're going into a district with Newton and Woodville, I mean, we're ready.
Okay.
So, I know last year Trevor set a goal at the end when we talked to him with the same particular program. You have a goal that you're setting for this team, for you?
I want to say our goal for next year is make it back to playoffs, for sure.
It's a pretty good goal.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good goal. What work are you going to put in this summer?
I'm going to bust my butt in off season, get quicker.
And working on getting quicker he's doing right now because he's
Yes,
playing
sir.
basketball.
Yes,
So, you know, you don't see too many offensive linemen that big on the basketball court, but
Yes,
he's
sir.
doing it. And you know what, Brendan, we just want to say congratulations for being a second year in a row and
Yes,
both
sir.
sides of the ball and one heck of a season for the Hardin Hornets.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
All right, that was Brendan Noonan.
We're back, and we will be announcing the best newcomer of the 2025 football season. Drum roll. Tegan West.
All right, we're back. We're here as part of the All Liberty County 2025 football team, and you know, one of the storylines that we only briefly mentioned it at the end of the season. to me, it's one of the fun storylines because Jerry knows this. Now you'll see a kicker, a punter, or even a running back or a wide receiver sometimes. Quarterback, they'll come in as a freshman. They'll have the speed or the boot or whatever. You don't always see a lineman.
Nope.
That's not a thing that happens on a daily basis. And so but we have one right here who stood out. And what do you think about this season? 'Cause by the way, you are a part of the offensive line for the All Liberty County football team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just glad we made it so far as we did. I never expected it. Honestly, being a freshman, I'm just proud of my teammates. I got to give thanks to my coaches. They helped us get all the way up here. They pushed us every day after school. It's just amazing coming this far.
A lot of responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Especially as a freshman, hey, you know what? Your resume looks pretty good. I don't think there's too many other folks that can say they were on the offensive line for a 12-1 team at Hardin High School. That's a real short list as a freshman.
Yes, sir.
So let's just say,
So
in fact, that's the shortest list ever. But you're on.
Yeah. So you go from playing junior high football last year in front of a couple hundred fans to playing at the Berry Center in front of 8,000-9,000 fans.
Yeah.
Man, so tell me, that drastic change, how does something like that feel?
It felt great going from just our town just to everybody in the surrounding areas pulling up to watch us play. It felt way better than playing in junior high.
I suppose when you come into your freshman year, you better do something to stand out because athletically, your family's already done plenty to stand out ahead of you.
Yes, sir.
With the Lady Hornets,
Mm-hmm.
And so certainly your sister Trinity has left a shining example of something for you. What do you think? How's that feel? You go both of you had an incredible year.
Mm-hmm.
You're both part of the historical runs this year, and did it at the same time. So, what are you looking forward to next year?
Going as far or farther than we did this year. We got a lot of returning guys, but we're losing some of our seniors like Javion and Trevor.
That was one thing I noticed when they did a little interview with you guys. It was after the district championship. I can't remember. You seem to have a little further goal in mind.
Yeah.
Everybody else wanted to see some longevity, but you seem to have a little bit longer goal in mind. Is that still there for you?
Yeah, it's still there. For next year and the next 2 years, I feel like we got it.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing more of Teagan West and
Yes, sir.
and see what you guys can do going forward.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we've gone through most of our superlatives so far. You've heard of our offensive team, defensive team, our special teams, our offensive MVP, our defensive MVP, our jack of all trades, our newcomer of the year, and our lineman of the year. Well, now there's only 2 awards left. One of those is the coach of the year. And this is your 2025 All Liberty County High School Football Team Coach of the Year. The Coach of the Year, I think, is a foregone conclusion, Jerry. It's not to take away from anything that the coaches did at the other schools this season. There were some tougher seasons for some of those coaches. But you know what? You look at Coach Bardwell over here in DayZeta, comes off of the first losing season in the history of the school last year in 100 years. They rebounded, get a couple of wins.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Harrison at Liberty does the best anybody's done since you left, the Panthers. Improvement at Dayton. And I think there was probably some great improvement. Tough districts, of course, for Tarkington and Cleveland, but I know that we saw some improvement on Cleveland's side for sure. And Tarkington, I think, just had a tough year with that district. But all those said, only one coach went 12-1. Only one coach played 13 weeks. And now you did it because of your staff. You did it because of these kids. And
Absolutely.
there's no doubt about it and all that. But how's it feel to accomplish that? And congratulations as the first ever back-to-back 2-time Coach of the Year. Also, for you and Trevor.
Well, I appreciate you guys. First of all, I appreciate what you guys have done for our program over the last 2 years. You guys have shown us a lot of love. I think our kids have kind of gravitated towards you guys, and I think you guys as well to those kids. And it was definitely a fun year. It was definitely a fun year, and I, obviously we had a good year, and really, my staff has been tremendous. This year my daughter was being recruited, and we had to go on a couple visits early on. And matter of fact, the week that we played Orangeville, I was gone for 2 days. And they videoed practice, and I was watching practice in the hotel room and calling them the next morning and let them know what I saw. But at the end of the day, they did a great job. When I got back, you can just tell that those guys were locked in and ready to go. And y'all know Trevor sat here last year at this time and said that was the one game that he wanted. He couldn't wait to play again. So, the whole season just kind of came together. Definitely after the Orangeville win, I think it just kind of, at that point in time, I think we knew that we had something special, and we backed that up with a big road win at East Chambers in front of, our side was packed, obviously, and just from that point on, it just kept getting better and better, and it was fun. So, at the end of the day, I mean, we got really, really fortunate throughout the year with injuries or lack of. Really Colton's injury the last game against Yoakum was really the only one that we had pretty much the entire season. And it did hamper us a little bit in that game. It kind of really took away some things that we wanted to do or could have done to give ourselves a little bit better chance. But at the end of the day, I mean, we had 48 minutes to do it, and they got us. And they're playing right now, and we're not.
That's right. It looks like they're doing pretty well right now. As we're recording this, as that game's coming.
And Coach, that is something Russell and I talked about after Yoakum scored 71 last weekend. Golly, look at this. How close were we from going to Jerry's World?
Right? I mean, that was it. If you got out of Region 3, that was it. I mean, I'm not to take away
not going
the state, but
not going to take anything away from anybody else. But Columbus did it to Edna last year. That same game, it was like 59-0. So Region 3 is definitely the toughest region in Class 3A. Yoakum, Columbus doesn't have a couple injuries like they had against Yoakum, then they may be playing for another back-to-back state champ. So, you got to be good, but you also have to be lucky. And so I think Coach Robinson has the luck of the Irish right now. So,
well, let's talk about it, man. The great conversation about 2026 and 2027 actually too. Now when you think about it, because the realignment's coming. And with that realignment, it looks like some great changes are coming to the Hornets, and we're going to move down to the Division II in Class 3A. And what are your thoughts on that one? What are you looking at? Not even just that, but what are we looking forward to for the next two years?
Well, honestly, I'm looking forward to it because we get to go play a lot of teams that don't know a lot about us. We get to go play the Newton Eagles. I guess nobody really looks forward to playing those guys, but it's inevitable that they're going to probably be in our district. And obviously, if you're going to have a chance to win in our region, you're going to have to play the Newton Eagles probably at some point in time. But a lot of those teams, I've never played against Coons. I've never played against New Waverly, Anderson Shiro. So I look forward to that. Those guys don't know us very well. And so if you haven't necessarily faced our offense or anything like that, it takes a little getting used to. I think these guys around here that we've played for the last few years, they know what we like to do. And but anyway, we're looking forward to it. It's just another opportunity. I think 26 is going to be another has a chance to be a really good year for us again. I feel like you always, if you have the offensive line, you always give yourself a chance.
Yep.
And so I think we're going to definitely have that. And then we also have the trigger guy. And a lot of things that we do moving forward will probably go through Colton. And I've told you guys multiple times throughout the year that if we wanted Colton to run for 15 or 2,000, he probably could have done it this year as well. So look forward to it. It's every year is a different year. And they're all present their own challenges, and we look forward to it as a staff. I think all the coaches are excited about where we're at and where we're going. They're excited about change, like I am, and so when we get back from Christmas, there's no more excuses. We'll get after it.
Well, and I don't know if you're anything like me, but I would look forward to the fact I get to play Newton, right? Just to have the chance.
I mean, yeah. I'll tell you this: my first year as a head coach ever, we had to play Jasper and Newton back to back, and the year before, I don't think the Panthers did too well against either one of them. And at halftime, we were up 10-0 against Newton. And they were the #1 team in the state at the time.
I remember that night. Yep.
And so anyway, we didn't end up winning, but it was a really good game, and I think it did a lot for our confidence in Liberty as well.
You're losing Trevor, and you're losing Javion and some other key role players right now, and but you still have some. You got a whole bunch of linemen coming back, so that's a good place to start.
Like I said, if you have those guys, you can build off of that. We got some young guys, I think, that are going to be able to step up and run the ball for us a little bit. We'll probably be a little bit different offensively speaking, and we may, we're going to have to probably throw the ball just a little bit more than what we did this past year and the years prior to. And it was never, ever about whether or not Colton could throw it or could we catch it. It was about the fact that we were averaging 8 to 9 yards a carry.
Right.
And at that point in time, it was just, why, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it.
Yep.
But moving forward, we're going to try to do some things a little bit differently. We got guys like Hessler who's going to have to play a little bit more offense than what he did this year. We got guys like Jaden Phelps who's got really good hands and can really help us offensively as well. Cade Drake's got really good hands, so we'll have to do some things to put him in a position to help us out a little bit more offensively. But it all goes through Colton. Run game, pass game, we get them all up around the line of scrimmage to defend him, and then we could take our shots here and there. I look forward to it because it's going to make me have to coach a little bit harder and try to come up with some ideas to kind of put us in some good situations, and that's what coaching's all about.
Jerry, got anything else for us?
Man, from Russell and I want to say thank you for the ride.
Appreciate you.
31 years of doing this, and Russell and I both talked about this. 31 years for me, and this by far is the funnest I've ever had. So it was a great season.
High school 31 years ago, just for the record.
I thought we were going to get out of here without going around the age there, but all right.
But
Odie.
Hey, who did you cover actually 31 years ago?
First year was the Dayton Broncos, and that was Russell Payne. So, that was Russell.
Been a while.
I remember seeing you getting laid out by 150 pounds
It was terrible.
receiver. You deserved that, so there you go. That didn't happen, folks, but he needed that. So
that's right.
Anyway,
Coach.
Hey, once again, I appreciate you guys and everything
Chad.
you've done for our program, and hopefully maybe we'll get some Thursday night games coming up, and you guys can.
I feel some more Thursday night games coming.
You can come over here and watch some Thursday night football.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you.
Well, Jerry, we're back, and now to this point in the show, we have heard our all Liberty County Offensive Team of the Year, our all Liberty County Offensive Player of the Year, our all Liberty County Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Team. We've heard about our special teams, our punter and our kicker. We've heard about our jack of all trades. We've heard about our Coach of the Year. And now, well, it's time for the Player of the Year, the MVP, the best in all of Liberty County. And folks, there were quite a few folks that made a case for this, right?
Yeah.
I think in health, there are a few things that gone another way or two. We could have seen a couple other players that were going to be in this final talk. We knew coming into this year we had two former MVPs from Liberty County, back-to-back, Denham Foster, Trevor Jones. Even if those two had played at the top of their game the whole year, one, in my opinion, outdoes the other because he did it on every side of the ball, and he gave his all. And that goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
Well,
yes, it
so
does.
you've heard It's got to be one of those two. And so, folks, let's just say,
spoiler alert!
True, choo, choo, choo. Because here comes the Trevor train for the second time, back-to-back, most valuable player in all of Liberty County high school football.
And yeah, if you saw number 10 on the field, offensively, defensively, special teams, he was everywhere. And boy, I tell you what, congratulations to Trevor going back to back.
And let's take a look at some highlights of Trevor Jones and, well, hear from the man himself. You've heard our all-offensive team. You've heard our all-defensive team. The MVPs on offense and defense. You've heard the special teams. You've heard the jack of all trades. You've heard the coach of the year. Now it's the MVP, the top of the Mount Rushmore part of this thing. The most valuable player in Liberty County. And for the very first time, a two-time winner. First time ever a back-to-back winner.
Yes, sir.
And the Vindicator's winner, of course, is, well, like I said earlier, choo-choo, Trevor Jones. Congratulations, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What I want to go real quick. You might have we had this conversation a year ago, last year, and it was just you wanted to beat Orangefield.
Wanted to beat Orangefield.
You beat Orangefield.
We did it.
You beat a whole bunch of other folks in the process. How does it feel?
It feels great going out here and all the work that we put in, not going to waste. We worked hard, and this is the results and the reward of putting in the work.
Absolutely. What was the highlight, I guess, of the year for you?
The highlight of what?
The year for you.
The highlight of the year. Well, you just said it, beating Orangefield. That's probably that was the number one highlight, I would say. And then obviously going in and beating Hitchcock, who's a very good team. That was another one. Well, winning district, yeah, that's a big one.
Well, we were teasing Javion was the only one to have a song written after him that we know of this year, but you're the only one that I know that had a street sign right by the stadium of your opponent, T. Jones. Yeah. So I don't know, and I think East Chambers probably fears T. Jones for good reason, but Jerry, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I can tell you East Chambers is glad T. Jones is graduating, and they won't be seeing number 10 coming at him anymore, that's for sure. Man, so Trevor, obviously beating Orangefield was goal. We have all our different goals in that. But 12-1, playing in front of 9,000 at the Berry Center, one of the premier stadiums in Houston, and giving Yoakum all they could handle. I mean, yes, we know what the goals are before the season, but is that something that you ever dreamed could happen this year?
You may not believe me, but that is something that I really thought we had a good chance of doing. Talking to y'all last year, and I really thought we had a chance of going 10-0 because I thought we had a really good chance of beating all the other teams. My only concern was Orangefield, the main one, and then everything after that's just a bonus.
Yep, and y'all took care of Orangefield over here in a very convincing fashion. So. And a huge win against Hitchcock, in which, let's be honest, Hitchcock was talking a lot of noise, okay?
They were.
They didn't think the Hardin Hornets were for real. And don't ask me why they would even think that when you're going into the game 11-0, but still, You obviously got their respect. You guys got everybody's respect in Class 3A, and well, I know you're going to be missed being a senior, but boy, you got to be a part of something special here this year.
Yes, sir.
I know we still got some baseball to go, and a little powerlifting too along the way, right?
Yes, sir. A little powerlifting, baseball, maybe a little track.
And then of course I think maybe you start talking about next year at some point, or what are you hoping to do?
Hoping to go play college football, of course, and I don't know, continue to keep playing.
Yeah, there's a place for Trevor Jones in college football.
There is, and you got a whole bunch of people that are rooting for you, that's for sure. As you can see every Friday night in this place, and with all those way bigger stadiums that y'all played in.
Yeah, so, some pretty big stadiums.
They were.
Yep.
So, well, congratulations. You are our first ever back-to-back, our first ever two-time winner of the most valuable player for Liberty County Football Team of the Year. Congratulations, Trevor.
Thank y'all very much.
Well, Jerry, this has been an exciting show. We've heard from some talented athletes from all around the area. Hardin clearly was the king of the hill this season around Liberty County, and that's hard to argue when you go 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. 12-1 on the season. An amazing year that the Hardin Hornets had, but an amazing season for Liberty Panthers, Dayton Broncos, Holdens and the Bobcats, Targeting Longhorns, and of course, Cleveland Indians. Jerry, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, rightfully so, Russell. And I tell you what, this team that we picked, I will go to battle with them any day of the week. This is this group, offensively, defensively, special teams. This is an outstanding group, class of, I guess you could say, 2025. And yeah, we've got a lot of talent on this team.
We do, and the big boys, a lot of them will be back again for another year next year. Of course, this is the first time we've named the same player, athlete, or the MVP of the season for Liberty County, and back-to-back.
Yep.
And of course, that was Trevor Jones. We knew coming into the year, 2 of the candidates had both won that award before.
Yep.
But in the end, Trevor Jones just kept on trucking down the Trevor train tracks. And well, Jerry, it's been one heck of a season. And I'm looking forward to, and I know you're looking forward to, well, naming out the district soon, right?
Oh yeah,
we'll be doing that.
Yeah, that'll be in February, and boy, we're on pins and needles for that. You know, Russell, I like when the UIL does this every 2 years, and I like to see new rivalries. Okay,
Absolutely, we're going to get a real new one, I think.
Yeah,
so
I do. You know, I think a couple of the districts we think they're going to change, but I have a feeling a couple of them are going to pretty much stay the same. But in February, we will have to see what the UIL does.
Absolutely, I think we do know things are changing for Hardin and for Tarkington. We'll see with that. But you know what? It's been an exciting year. I want to thank Celeste Nova, Katie Fielder, you, Jerry, all the folks that have tuned in for this.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. You've done it all year. Makes it worth doing it. And, well, we'll see you next fall right here under the lights.